Hey guys, so we're going to continue today's learning series with another return metric called the equity multiple. So what the equity multiple is basically all the distributions and cash flow and sales proceeds you received over the life of a deal divided by the amount of capital you initially invested into the deal. So let's say you invest into a deal that has a 5-year hold, and every year you receive $10,000. So over the 5 years, you receive $50,000 in cash flow distributions. And then let's say at the end, you also received $50,000 when they either refinanced or sold the property. So you got $50,000 of cash distributions, you got $50,000 at the sale. So you received a total distributions of like $100,000 over the 5 years combined. Let's say at the beginning of the deal, you initially invested $50,000. So now you take that $100,000 that you got at the beginning, or the $100,000 that you got at the end, once everything was added up, and you divide that by the $50,000 you initially invested. And what is that? That's 2. So that's your equity multiple. That means you basically doubled your money. The initial capital that you came in with got increased by 2. So now you walk away with $100,000 instead of the $50,000 you came in with. And that's basically how equity multiple works. Now you may be thinking, that sounds awfully like cash on cash return, which it does, because cash on cash return uses those same metrics, but it only takes in consideration the cash flow from 1 year. So you take the cash flow from 1 year and then you divide that by the initial capital that you invested into the property, and that gives you your cash on cash return, which is expressed as a percentage. So the difference now is cash on cash looks at 1 year, equity multiple looks at the entire life of the loan, a multi-year approach. The other thing is, and this is why you can't just rely on one metric at a time for your investment decisions, equity multiple over 5 years, maybe it's a 2, but you could have that same amount of equity multiple. You can still have an equity multiple of 2 if you're investing in a deal at 7 or 10 years. So it doesn't take into consideration the time value of money. You also have to think about opportunity costs. But in all of that combined, that's the main reason that you're supposed to look at a various array of metrics when you're evaluating whether you should invest in a deal or what the returns are going to be. And that's why you need to understand what they all mean and how they work together. So in any case, I hope this was helpful. Check out the article. It goes into detail with some more examples. And until next time, invest wisely.